Odell Turnbull, COM 235 extra credit screencast. For the extra credit on what media created the most social change, I chose to do Tinder. What is Tinder? So Tinder is a dating app. Um, it's the most popular one. There's been a few apps that have been created, but Tinder was the first and still the most popular and most used um, dating app on social media or on the phone, part of social media. Um, it allows you to see pictures of uh, the different people. If you're a male, I'll do it from the male perspective. Obviously, I'm a man. It shows you girls that are in your area that also have the app downloaded and they can upload pictures, Instagram accounts, favorite music accounts, and then create a bio that kind of gives a small detail of what that person's interests are, what that person likes to do, where that person's from, what school that person goes to, what job that person has, and then you can decide amongst common interests or for most people the looks on whether you want to swipe right, which means that you like that person, and then if they swipe right, you'll match with them, or swipe left if you don't want to. If you don't like that person's maybe that their look or their profile or something like that, you swipe left, so then you do not match with that person. So social impact. So social media itself has changed how humans interact in general, just in conversation or just in debate. But Tinder has changed how humans interact in a relationship status as far as man and woman, or nowadays, not nowadays, but period, man and man, woman and woman. So, what Tinder did in a social impactful way is almost take away that awkward icebreaker, that awkward in person, can I buy you a drink? Now, obviously, that still happens, if you go to bars and things like that, obviously, but, a lot of people have shifted to this online dating. Um, it's expanded the reach of singles. People that you never would have seen in these bars. Say somebody who goes to bars all the time matches with somebody who never goes to bars. That person they would have never met in real life, most likely. And now, because of this social media dating app, these people are able to form a relationship through the phone without ever even meeting first in person. So it's just totally changed how people involve themselves into relationships, how people conduct themselves even in relationships. To me, a huge uh, a huge persona that is released by people that have Tinder is those people just want to have sexual relationships. So it's impacted people not just positively where they can find people, but in a negative way. Whereas some people who have Tinder are actually looking for relationship, and the others think that, oh, this is Tinder. All I want to do is, you know, have sex with this person. So it's been a huge impact just how we are socially. The social changes it's made is just it's kind of changed, the romantic side of getting into a relationship with somebody. The New York Times did a study where they had interviewed 53 married couples that had just got married in 2018, and 7 of the 53 met on dating apps. And then in the more popular wedding announcements, 93 out of 1,000 couples met on a dating app. So that's almost 10% of married couples in out of this study met on a app similar to Tinder or even on Tinder. Um, the old model, of going out, meeting people at the bars, meeting people. Maybe you have somebody that a girl that you work out at the gym with, or something like that. Those ways of those have changed, and it's not just because it's easier, but it's taken away social interaction. It's made men and also women socially awkward when it comes to talking to somebody in person that they might find attractive. It's taken away from the romance of seducing someone in person, because now all you have to do is, hit her with a pickup line and send a Giphy, and now she's coming over to your house at 2 in the morning. So it's just changed how, especially in our generation, how people meet and interact with each other. Um, the thing about it is, though, I mean, you look in history, you know, whether it's on a dating app or in person, that's just there's two common factors. People either want to find a relationship or they want to find someone to have sex with. So to me, it's only amplified that, and also to me, it kind of takes away the 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 Christ aspect of dating. You know, when you meet a certain person like through like a social media app, there's not really that feeling of like, oh, this person was sent to me. Whereas when you meet somebody that maybe you had known for a while and, you never really talked like, you were friends, and then all of a sudden you found out that y'all liked each other, and then, that person became this, or you see someone and you just fall in love off the sight. And I think that has to do with God, and that has to do with, you knowing these people and having common grounds that can build onto a long-term relationship. Whereas Tinder, somebody could have, meet up with somebody and both people could be sexually satisfied in a way that they hadn't been before, and now become into a relationship and try to do a long-term relationship through a sexual satisfaction, and then it becomes something that just deteriorates and tears down both people in the long run. And no, that's not always the case, but the dating app has opened more doors for that outcome. It's opened more ways for us to socially find, for us to socially conduct ourselves in a more sexual based manner. If you see the pictures that are posted up on these Tinder sites, it's not like an Instagram or a Facebook where it's everybody with their family, or someone's got a picture with their dog, or they're you know going to prom. No, these are pictures of women who want men to see them as looking good, so that they swipe right on them. So it might be a bunch of bikini pictures, or covering of private parts, men with their shirts off, you know, drinking, smoking, things like that, that will attract the type of person that they want. So it takes away from all of that. And then the other problem with social media in general is people can fake everything on social media. And that's same with these dating apps. Someone in their bio can fake everything about themselves just to have somebody, like them in a certain way. And then turn out that both people end up on the wrong end of a bad relationship. So that to me is a huge social change that has happened in my generation and in this world, as far as our relationships, not even just sexually or with opposite sex, but in general, just the whole social media, but the dating websites in general.